Okay.
We kidnapped people.
We did.
Fresh off the street.
Just like, never mind. Is there any kidnapping in this movie? I can't remember.
They kind of kidnapped Kong.
All right, so we kidnapped these two fine gentlemen. Like
you're not gonna say kidnap.
We adult napped.
You said you should come join.
Okay, we
I said
napped.
if you say please, and then you're like, okay, please.
Yeah.
So
they've been begging me to get on this show for a while, and I've been saying for a while, like Corncast or Legend of Corncast was Jacob and I's thing. I was like, and Cornzilla was Jacob and Phil's thing. I was like, I will make my cameo on Cornzilla because I've seen most of the new Godzilla, so I can actually maybe add something to it.
I can't.
You make your cameo on the third to last episode.
I had to. It still counts, I think I've seen Raids Again or the
You
the old,
could have
from
We
the
didn't
60s.
We didn't see it either until we saw it.
Yeah.
Congrats.
That was the whole point.
Yeah, and it sucked, and I never want to go back to those times.
Raids Again sucked ass. There was 2 good movies in Showa, but I still had a good time. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about
A rematch, 60 years in the making.
Oh god, that first movie was bad. Glad they did it over better. We've 3 of the 4 of us have seen this.
Yeah.
That I'm aware of.
I've seen
he's seen 75% of it.
Oh yeah,
I've seen the bulk of it though.
And he's seen maybe 25%.
I've seen the other 25% of it.
Okay, well, this is a.
Well, I did watch a spoiler cast, so I know everything that happened. So.
Yeah, Godzilla fights Kong. Wow, I can't believe it.
Oh.
Pretty much I do too, but no, for the most part, what happens?
It's a good movie.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, might as well. That was the best fighting ever.
Yeah, it was great.
I think we can officially give this this movie. I'm gonna call it right now. This movie's getting a 10 for Monster Combat.
I was gonna give it a -5. It kind of sucked. It was beams everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Nothing but beams. Never mind the fact that we had a whole fucking rollicking fist fight through all.
What are
Kong.
fists but short-range beams?
Anyway, Jesus, it's been a while.
Yeah, it was 2 hours.
No, I mean it's been a while since we
Had a good fight.
No, it's. Yeah,
I'm gonna stop trying to finish your sentence.
Yeah, no, but anyway, I'm just realizing it's been a while since we've recorded. But anyway, yeah, I don't quite know what to complain about, other than the story's kind of. I mean, at least we didn't focus on Screamy Guy.
Yeah, he was in all of 2 scenes. It was great.
Yeah, no, he was pointless.
Okay, so let's give a rundown of the plot real quick, and then we can get into this.
I guess.
So it starts with Kong on Skull Island, and he's all like, I know I'm in a simulation.
I'm in the Matrix.
And he does some bullet time dodging and all of that. He throws a tree.
Yep.
And then, jeez, what happens next? Oh, Godzilla shows up at the factory, and he's just like, I know bad things are happening here.
I'm gonna blow it all up.
I'm made of neon now.
But we forgot that we had the introduction to the best character of this movie.
Fucking Bernie. Bernie's great.
Bernie's amazing.
He
Gets
carries...
up all close, starts talking to a dude about his homemade hand sanitizer.
Tells him not to eat apples. They put things in those.
Yeah, even though he ends up eating the apple anyway.
I thought he carried the human interaction to the movie.
Yeah.
None of the other human characters are really that interesting, I thought.
Yeah,
the daughter's cool.
They all kind of suck, except for Bernie. Anyway, so Godzilla shows up, basically just blows up the factory.
Oh, completely.
Because that's what he does. Bernie sees a big ol' eye.
Yep.
And he's like, well, time to go make a podcast about this.
Well, he's been making a podcast.
Time to make another podcast about this. He's so relatable. He's doing... We're doing what he does.
Yeah, no, totally. Except we don't talk about conspiracy theories. We talk about shitty Godzilla movies.
But this one wasn't shitty.
Yeah.
Most of them were shitty.
Most of them?
Most of them.
Good chunk of them were sub 20.
Yeah. Which is half. Not including bonuses. Which,
Usually everything gets a bonus.
Usually, there was one movie that didn't get a bonus.
Yeah.
It was somewhere in Showa, because of course it was.
I think it was the Manila. It was one of the Manila
Yeah,
G's.
it was something that was just like there was nothing. But anyway, so then we cut to one guy's daughter in class hearing about the Godzilla attack.
And she goes and tells her dad, and her dad's like, people change, Godzilla's change.
And
then she's like, well, guess I'm going to steal this guy's car, my friend's brother's car, and we're going to go drive down to Florida, I guess.
who is weirdly British.
Yeah?
No one, like...
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
It's very weird.
British people come to America.
Anyway.
He just feels horribly out of place.
So they're off on a quest to go find Bernie, the best character.
Yep.
And then we cut back to, or we go to this college place, and there's a guy who's who's doing his Hollow Earth theories in the basement across from flute class.
Yeah.
And our big villain man, CEO of Apex, is like, "Hey, Hollow Earth, let's go. I made a car."
I brought the son of the one guy from last time who died.
Don't worry, let them fight.
Indeed.
He says that all the time. He's just the same character, same guy.
Not really.
Wouldn't even notice a difference.
Sure.
So, our guy from the college goes to Skull Island and convinces them to loan him Kong.
Yeah.
Because Kong might have an internal tracker to Hollow Earth.
Like salmon.
Yeah, like salmon, like fish. So they load up Kong onto a carrier somehow. They just gotta gloss over that one.
No, he's on a tanker. He's not on the carrier.
That's whatever.
That happens later.
It carries him in the water.
It does. It sedates him. So he doesn't, rip the ship apart.
And so Apex CEO's daughter shows up, and she's all like, I'm the villain! Meh! Be impressed by my villainy!
I'm a bitch, and that's my only character trait, but sometimes I'm scared, so it's funny.
Check out my car that can fly underground and all that.
Watch as we spray it down for no reason.
That happens later.
Anyway.
So, Kong's on a boat in the water, and they're like, just avoid all the Godzilla routes. All of them.
Just all the Godzilla train routes, just
And
don't.
Godzilla just was like, bitch, I am the water.
Oh, before we go too further, I think King Kong can communicate through hand signals.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
he's
he-
learned
he-
sign
That's gonna be a
language.
major point for coming up.
Except it kind of isn't.
It's enough that he can communicate with the characters to get him to do what he needs to do.
Except that he only listens to the little girl anyway, so what does it matter?
Well,
It's a major point that
It
he's
matters that he
listening.
knows sign language.
I mean, yeah, he's intelligent enough, but
Do you know sign language?
no.
I know inside.
So King Kong's more intelligent
I know a
than
few
you are.
things.
But anyway, so Godzilla shows up. He's like, bitch, I am the water. What was this plan?
Anyway.
And the first scuffle happens.
Yes.
And it's horribly unfair to Kong because
Oh god, it is.
we're kind of in Godzilla's home territory.
And Kong is also tied down.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't last very long.
Godzilla flips over the boat that he's on.
Yeah.
And then Kong flips it back over after getting unchained.
Yep.
And then he's like, man, there's one person I care about on this boat. Let me just hop and scoot over to the next boat where there aren't people I care about.
Yeah, and it's also got a bigger space to fight.
And then he picks up a plane and he throws it like a dart.
Yep.
And Godzilla's just like, the fuck was that?
Like, that doesn't do anything.
Call that fighting?
And then Godzilla gets punched in the face after coming aboard.
Yep.
And then,
Several times.
he just continually gets punched in the face until he's just like, you know what? I'm going back in the water. You're coming with.
And he just beams the fucking aircraft carrier in half.
And it
And
follows
then-
him.
And then they tussle underwater before the one of the ships fires depth charges. which apparently convinces Godzilla to back off.
Well, no, because it gives Kong enough time to get back out of the water. And then they're like, let's play dead. Godzilla's like a bear, right?
He's like a T-Rex.
Well, definitely like a bear. Bears don't like dead people. They leave them alone.
Well, but anyway.
Because Godzilla knows if they're there. It's just, they're like, well, turn off the engines.
We're done. We give up.
Anything that makes noise, turn it off, please.
You're attracting Godzilla!
Is that your stomach?
That's Jake's sausage.
I hope that picks it up. And that's funny.
My festive meat.
Indeed.
And so, they're like, okay, so how is Kong with heights?
And thus we have a callback, one of several, to King Kong vs. Godzilla, a movie these two have not seen.
Yeah. So they just pick it.
It's bravely assumed that I haven't seen it.
There's no way you've seen it.
Are you assuming?
I am completely assuming.
I will tell you that I have not seen it.
Yeah, that like,
Despite owning it.
like, it's one of those things where it's like, why would anyone watch it unless they wanted to watch all of it?
I watched it without watching all of it.
Oh yeah. All right, fine.
He just
Got
called
me
you not
there.
a true fan.
You got me there.
But yeah, so they airlift him in with like 30 helicopters.
Yep.
They just plop him down in the Antarctic.
Yep.
And they're like, little girl, tell Kong his family's in that hole. That not suspicious looking hole.
Yep.
And Kong's like, fuck, it's cold out here. I'm just gonna go in the hole.
It's like, why do you guys keep dropping me into places that are cold and wet?
So Kong and the 3 gravity ships, the Heaves,
Yes, the Heaves.
they fall through gravity.
Yep.
Gravity gets inverted. Kong slides on his face a few times.
It's a good time. It's like when Kong got dropped from the helicopters in the original King Kong vs. Godzilla and slid down and then kicked Godzilla. It was stupid. Anyway,
Kong fights a snake, a flying snake, a Quetzalcoatl.
yeah.
Drinks from its skull.
Drinks all the greens.
Yep.
And then he finds a magical axe.
Yep.
And that's all that happens in Hollow Earth.
Wasn't the magical axe Godzilla's?
It's a Godzilla.
It's a Godzilla back spine and a bone.
That was embedded in a skull of some variety.
And then King Kong becomes Jarl of Whiterun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sits in a throne. It has no lumbar support. It's a bad time.
So around this time, Godzilla's... Apex has started up their Mecha Godzilla. The daughter lady of the main character from the last movie.
Yep.
Her, Bernie, and the other guy, Josh.
British man.
They take essentially a bullet train from Florida to Hong Kong.
Yep.
And they find a skullcrawler, a bunch of skullcrawler eggs. They find a big skullcrawler inside the corporate sacrifice chamber, and it just gets cleaved in half by Mecha Godzilla.
And then Mecha Godzilla burns out because they just don't have the power.
And this all attracts Godzilla.
Yes.
He's like, is that me? Is that me stronger than me?
Is that King Ghidorah back from the dead? Anyway.
So Godzilla heads to Hong Kong to fight the Kong in the title of the movie.
Yes.
Because then he shows up and he just shoots a beam straight through the earth.
Well, hold on. We need to discuss how the rest of this happens. So, after Kong finds the axe, he finds a nice, conveniently spot in the ground, puts it down, and it makes a snake Godzilla, which apparently awakens or pisses off Godzilla. Is like, who the fuck is messing with my ancestors' remains? Bitch, I will find you and I will kill you. And then proceed.
Godzilla played by Liam Neeson.
Proceeds. He has a particular set of skills. One of which apparently is the ability to beam through solid rock all the way to the Earth's core.
Yeah. Casually.
This is the most ridiculous the atomic breath has ever been.
And
It is atomic.
we've seen Breath make mushroom clouds, cut through buildings,
We've seen it go to the wild.
send giant monsters that weigh upwards of 100,000 tons into space.
Yes.
And this is still far more ridiculous than any of that.
Yeah, no, it maintained enough energy to melt through the earth.
I'm
Cool.
sorry, Aaron, I didn't mean to ignore you.
It was completely
Miles.
off topic.
Yeah, so, it's a bad time.
It awakens the bat bird creatures,
Which-
and they pick off a lot of the soldiers who
Yep.
are down there. CEO daughter lady is like, well, I'm outie. I'm gonna shoot Kong real
She
quick.
makes
though.
the dumbest decision I've ever seen a main character or a character do to a main character. This ape has nothing to do with me, but I'm gonna piss it off, and I'm gonna be mad when it fucking kills me.
Yeah, and Kong just kind of crushes the heave like a tin can.
It's great because he grabs it because she's like, shoot it, and it's like, why? and they shoot King Kong, which of course does fucking nothing, and thus Kong grabs the ship, peeks inside, and goes, "Is there anyone here I care about?" No, just casually crushes it and drops it.
And she's screaming, "Don't do it! Don't do it!" It's like, you should have shot at him. What a dumbass.
That was your own fault.
And then
Yeah.
Kong grabs his battle axe,
Kong
or
has
his
plot
hatchet,
armor.
And proceeds to jump down the hole made by Godzilla, who has casually strolled away from the hole for no reason.
Well,
Oh, we forgot about the part where Godzilla and Kong are screaming at each other that they're gonna fuck each other's mothers.
yeah, that does happen.
Yeah.
God, imagine a Godzilla baby.
Also, think
We
about
got
the
one
fact
of
that
those.
I
there's...
meant like a Godzilla Kong hybrid.
Ew.
Ew.
Because if you
Yeah,
said
we
you're gonna
got
fuck
one.
each other's
We
mothers,
got one of those. It's called Manila.
Ew. But no, also the fact that those two are screaming at each other from thousands of miles away.
Yeah, no, that's just what happens. It's fine.
It's really dumb. But anyway, Kong needs to go to Hong Kong. Thus, Godzilla created the MacGuffin that is his atomic breath drill to drill to the center of the Earth so that King Kong can conveniently get to Hong Kong.
Yeah, without having to go back to Antarctica and then, get another airlift.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
It's fine. It helped immensely. They have their little tussle. Kong embeds his axe into Godzilla's tree trunk thighs.
Where it belongs.
See, Godzilla was just creating a shortcut.
And then Godzilla just rips it out. He's just like, no, fuck this. Fuck weaponry.
And throws it into a building. And then, there's some really, really great choreography. There's the fucking Superman punch, which is just type as shit. Our main human character says the dumbest line of the entire movie. Round 2 goes to Kong. Never mind the fact that Godzilla gets up and is like, I'm fine.
I mean, Godzilla was down for like at
They were
least 2
both
minutes.
down.
Yeah, no one won.
Round 2 wasn't even over yet.
Like, no.
I'm just saying, be a little generous to this guy. He's in the plane. He sees Godzilla down. He's like, yeah, I think I can say round 2 goes to King Kong.
Even though King Kong's also over there lying down. But anyway.
With a broken arm.
No,
No, he
not
hasn't broken his
yet.
arm yet.
Oh.
But, so Godzilla's like, bitch, I heard that line. I'm here to fix it.
And he gets up like a crocodile. He just starts crawling around.
Yeah, and then,
Kong's up on a building. He's got a fucking, he's got a crane. He's like, I'm gonna throw this over there. I'm gonna distract him, and then I'm gonna jump on that asshole.
I'm gonna pull a fucking TriStar Godzilla moment.
To be fair, Godzilla did get distracted. He's like, what the fuck was that?
That was
Yeah.
dumb. That was dumb.
Seeing Godzilla's face just go, what was that?
I mean, we saw Godzilla smile. Like,
He did smirk.
it was very weird.
Not quite as much as Mega Gears, but
No.
he did smirk.
It was, yeah. And, so Kong proceeds to try and tussle with Godzilla, and then Godzilla grabs his arm, slams him, drags him, and dislocates his left arm. And then they proceed to both scream in each other's faces.
Well, first Godzilla makes a tic-tac-toe board on
Oh, yeah.
on Kong's chest, and then he steps on it,
Yes.
and then he gets punched in the dick,
He's like, fuck you.
and then he's like, "Hang on, no, we're not playing that game."
No.
And then
I
Kong-
didn't go for the dick. You don't need to go for the dick. And then and then Godzilla's basically like, "Do you submit?" Which he says by screaming in his face, and then Kong, of course, screams back.
And they come to a consensus because both their breath smells like fish.
Yeah, it's very gross, and thus Kong is down.
And Godzilla's like, "I'm outie.
Yeah,
I'm the king of the monsters.
Why did I come here in the first place?" Oh yeah, and then the fucking mountain explodes.
Yes.
There's scenes in between that of them finding the Ghidorah Bernie a party of Bernie finding the Ghidorah head.
Yes.
Then they get escorted to the Apex CEO guy, and he's like, "Haha, check it out! I've made a Godzilla."
I'm here to postulate about my supposed victory as everything goes wrong.
And then Ghidorah, the ghost in the Ghidorah, ghost in the shell of Ghidorah,
Yes.
takes over the Mechagodzilla, explodes them out, and Godzilla's just like, "Ah, fuck, what now?"
Yeah, and it turns out we now have Mecha King Ghidorah as played by Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, it's great.
And what proceeds to happen is some of the best fighting Mechagodzilla has ever given us, and that includes firing some missiles,
Yeah.
which are really cool. It's the coolest missiles a Mechagodzilla has ever used, which is then preceded by taser fists, rocket-powered punches,
And a beam clash.
Oh, there's a beam
There's
clash.
a hype-ass beam clash. It's radical.
Yeah, and Mechagodzilla wins that one.
Easily.
He's just like, "Oh, that's cute. You think you're on my level?"
And
Nah.
this was the same beam that went to the center of the Earth.
Yeah, no, fucked. I made the comment that this Mechagodzilla, that at one point his beam gets thrown around a bit, and I'm like, that beam would destroy the moon. We shouldn't be fucking around with that.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, so Kong is down and dying.
Godzilla's getting dragged through buildings.
Oh, he's getting Broly'd. It's bad.
Yeah.
Utterly destroyed. And
You mean like Broly,
like the
he's getting
face
Goku?
drag.
He's getting Goku'd by Broly.
I just call it being Broly'd. You
Okay.
get your face dragged. Because Vegeta gets it done to him too.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
So, yeah.
Godzilla gets to check out all the interiors of these buildings.
Do you see this place? How do you like this one? Not satisfied? Here, check this out. The rent is to die for, as Jacob said. And thus, we cut back to our idiot main male character who has realized the stupidity of his comment as Kong lays dying, and decides to try and rectify his mistake by using the heave as a sort of
Defibrillator.
yes,
All while Kickstart Your Heart plays. Or my heart.
Missed opportunity.
yeah,
The one time that song would actually work on something.
but yeah, and brings Kong back, and then the girl signs to King Kong that
A very important thing.
whatever, it doesn't matter. She's been signing since the beginning of the movie. It's not that big of a deal. I like.
It's a big deal that Kong can
He's
understand
trying to
signing.
He's trying to take
But
something
he's
away.
been signing. He's been listening to signing.
Yeah, since the one part where he revealed that he knew how to sign, that pivotal moment. He never signed until then. Even
Well,
the
no. But I mean, the girl has been signing the whole time.
Yeah,
So that's my point. He doesn't sign,
but he can read it.
but that's implied by the fact that she's signing to him in the first place.
Yeah, but she doesn't sign to him until in the first place until the part on the boat.
Really?
Yeah. She signs to the other lady,
Oh, all
but
right.
never to Kong, because
Okay.
Kong is like, "Don't tell her.
Okay, all right.
Come
Well,
on, guys, don't keep it a secret. It'll be a magical birthday party."
anyway, yeah. So she signs to say that Godzilla is not the enemy. That the space titanium, that's the enemy.
To which Kong replies, "Which fucking one of those is Godzilla? They look the same."
The one that has the aura of a golden dragon. You can feel it.
And then he's all like, "Okay, just gonna pop my arm back into place," slams it on a building.
Yep.
All right, good to go.
Good to go. And they both proceed to hold an arm of Mechagodzilla, and Mechagodzilla completely overpowers them.
Yeah, they slam him through a building, and Mechagodzilla just gets up. He's like, guys, what the fuck?
It's like, I'm made out of stuff tougher than buildings.
I don't feel pain. I am robot.
This wouldn't work. And so they proceed to tussle some more, and then King Kong's like, oh, right, I have a weapon. And so he goes and grabs the axe, and
meanwhile letting Godzilla get bodied again.
I mean,
he's just like, Godzilla, you hold him off. And Godzilla's like, the fuck? He gets punched in the face.
Yeah, no, it's great. And so he grabs the axe and starts trying to fight him, and it doesn't go well. And meanwhile, the Bernie party is trying to disable
shut down the Mechagodzilla.
They're trying to disable the satellite uplink because apparently the satellite is beaming. It's either beaming the Ghidorah to the Mechagodzilla or it's beaming power to the Mechagodzilla. It's unclear, but they figure out, or they can't figure out the password and they get locked out. And so they use Bernie's gun holster of alcohol
that he got from his dead wife.
Yeah, and pour it into the console, and that shuts it down.
For like half a second.
Yeah.
But that's all it takes for King Kong to not get a drill tail to the face.
Yeah, it was going to be bad. So what Godzilla does is Godzilla gets up and goes, I have an idea. And he shoots his breath at the axe. And I was like, at that moment, I'm like, Godzilla is just as smart as King Kong. And so, it powers up the axe, and suddenly now the axe is a lightsaber.
Yeah, it just continually cleaves.
Just one arm, the other arm, takes out a leg, and just slices him in half, and then King Kong rips his head off and goes, woo!
Fatality.
It's me, King Kong, baby.
And then we cut to everyone else, and Bernie talks to the head of Monarch and
that guy,
Screamy
Fatherman,
guy.
Fatherman from the last movie.
Screamy guy, and then Godzilla starts roaring at King Kong. King Kong's like, "Bitch, come get some!" And then he's like,
"Round 4, here we go, I'm ready."
And he's like, "Wait, no, I forgot. You're not the enemy." He drops the axe, and Godzilla's like, "Fine,
I'm outie. You still submit to me though."
Yeah. You will some point.
And then, so Godzilla returns to the sea, they throw Kong in a hole, and he returns back to Hollow Earth.
Yep.
And that's the movie. It's just over.
And
all the plot threads taken care of.
Yep. It's the end of Legendary. So...
Numbers!
Woo! I already said it. I'm not allowing any argument. The Monster Combat's a 10. It's the best it's ever been.
Yeah.
Like, easily. I had fun watching the fighting. It's been a while since I've been able to say that. Like, legitimate fun. Like, I was having a good time.
Yeah, it's all real good. It's all real good action.
Alright, now I will allow arguments for the rest of this. The visual effects. I think they're outstanding.
They're very good. Very neon.
Yeah, okay, the neon was out of control. Aaron here next to me pointed that out.
It wasn't horrible.
But it was when you pointed it out, I saw it everywhere.
Well, once you notice it once, you're gonna notice it everywhere.
Well, I didn't notice it the first time I watched it, so like now. Like,
I did.
With the awareness, I was suddenly like, wow, yeah, this movie is.
Every
just
color
neon.
in the movie is neon.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Hong Kong is apparently a neon city.
I mean, that's kind of fair. So I'd say like.
I'd say at least a 9.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right, cool.
A 9.
Cool.
Plot. So,
how do we get King Kong and Godzilla to fight each other?
I mean, that's literally... Well,
even though we're trying to not get them to fight each other.
How do we get them to fight each other, and then how do we facilitate them getting to each other when it wouldn't make sense for them to get...
How do we make sure nobody in the fan club feels left out by their guy losing?
Yeah,
One will fall, but it's not neither of these guys.
Nope. I mean, they fall a lot, so I mean, you can make that.
Yeah, I mean, Godzilla did fall over a few times.
And so did Kong, a lot.
I don't know, plot's kind of fun. I'd say 8.
Yeah, it's a good time. That's fair. Acting.
Bernie is very good.
Okay, but if we include Bernie in the acting for this, we don't get to use him for the special mention.
We can still use it for the special. Everybody's fine. 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely love the girl who couldn't talk, the deaf girl, or couldn't hear, because she was very pivotal to the point.
She was.
Getting Kong to fight.
No, she was important.
I don't think there were really any bad characters except for maybe CEO's daughter. She might have been a bad character.
Is that the one?
No, I think she was great.
That's the one. She's the one-dimensional character. Who's like, I'm bad, except I'm scared, but I'm bad.
Oh, her. Yeah, no, she. But no, she sucks. But she's
Shoot the monkey. Why? Shut up.
Oh no, we shot the monkey. Now the monkey's mad. Yeah.
Now we're dead.
She's probably the only like bad character in this movie.
Probably.
And maybe Josh. Josh kind of sucks.
Kind of.
Again, I'm
but
gonna
he's.
said that.
But I don't know. I think he's decent.
He's a little whiny.
Oh, British kid, right? Yeah,
Who did you think I was talking about?
The main male character.
I don't even know that guy's name.
I don't either.
That guy might not have a name.
But I still think he's a decent character.
He's fine. Josh isn't though.
No, Josh is bad. But he's made up for by Bernie and.
Yeah. So 8. 8's good.
Okay. There's no dub because it's not dubbed.
But what about the sign language? That's a dub in some. That's a dub to somebody.
How good is the sign language?
Anyway, no one can see that.
I hope they can hear it though.
Oh, that would be fun. Very awkward. Anyway, we're not like. I got nothing to say. Special mention.
It's Bernie.
Is it?
It's Bernie.
It's Bernie.
Bernie is great. Bernie is like.
I've watched 4 or 5 episodes of this, and I've never made it to the end. So this is all like new to me.
Guys, I made it to the end. I made it to the end of a Cornzilla episode.
Well, it's technically
Meanwhile,
not. It's not even the end yet. We still got other things to talk about real quick.
Yeah, we do.
I'm learning all new things.
Well, guys, with that, I'm just kidding.
So, how many points are we giving to Bernie? Because he is a ray of sunshine in this completely serious franchise.
Yeah.
1 point.
No, he's worth way more than 1 point.
I don't know if
1.5.
I don't know if he's Captain Gordon worthy.
No, he's not a 5-pointer.
But man, he is such a ray of sunshine in these 3 movies that are trying to be serious.
Yeah, it's
Is this the only movie he's been in?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the only one.
Because the one guy from King of the Monsters who was supposed to be funny was kind of hit or miss.
Yeah, and he wasn't really funny.
Not really.
I think he made a sex joke once, and that was it.
Yeah, it was like the cameras are always on or whatever.
Oh, I thought that was the one where they're like, somebody said like Mothra, and he's like, did they just say gonorrhea?
Wow.
No, I didn't. I don't remember that.
Something like that.
But anyway.
If that's actually true, that sucks.
Alright. I would say 3 or 4.
Give it a 4.
Cool.
Out of 10?
No, out of 5.
Oh, I'd give him a 4.
Because I think we gave Eggman like a 4. And we also actively cheered for Eggman every time he showed up.
Hold on.
This is another thing we do. We go back and we look
Oh, yeah,
at
that's
things.
right. I'm not allowed to
Eggman-
give points. But
Eggman
if I
got
could
a
give
3.
points, I'd give
Eggman got a 3?
Eggman got a 3.
Okay, well, you know what?
But to be fair, Eggman eventually petered out.
He did. He stopped eating eggs. He had a scrambled egg to end with, and that was it.
Yeah, Bernie on the other hand was great until the very end. That puts it at 39.
I thought I was gonna die with adults, but well, I guess I'm dying with you kids. And now I'm gonna die sober.
It's great.
So
Hey, I
39.
feel no shame but dying by a kaiju. Godzilla.
So 39 out of 40.
Yep.
That's like third place, fourth place.
Something like that.
I don't know. I thought there was like an 8 in there, so it was like maybe like down 1 point or 2 points.
Well, yeah,
Well, there were 2 8s.
There's 2 8s and a 9
in a
out of
10.
the 40 that are possible, and then 4 bonus points.
Oh, the bonus points. That's where it ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Again, learn all new things towards the end.
but yeah. So 39 is respectable, and I like. It's the only movie that got a 10 from Monster Combat.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Wait, hold on.
No, wait, didn't Final Wars also get a 10?
Hold on. No, got a 9.
Ah, well, this was better than Final Wars.
It was a better fight than Final Wars, but Gordon requires us to.
Gordon was very powerful.
Gordon requires us to mention that Final Wars was still a better movie. Final Gordons. Anyway, yeah, so.
And one last piece of business to take care of real quick. Where does this Godzilla rank?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because I'm thinking he probably beats base Final Wars Godzilla. Before he gets Gordon.
Probably.
Could he beat Shin? Because I'm thinking he probably could, since he can, just kind of carve a hole big enough for Kong to slide through.
Yeah, no, that's actually absurd now that I think about it.
He could just vaporize all of Shin and his thick thighs.
He does got some thick cheeks.
Fucking train bombs ain't got nothing on this Godzilla. Yeah, no, you're probably right.
He's a big boy.
Can his beam pierce Godzilla Earth's shield?
Yes. It
Okay.
drilled through solid rock for miles. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm sure he could probably kill Earth too.
It would punch right through it. And all this Godzilla has to do is aim properly, which he's been shown to do.
Yeah.
He aimed for the axe. So,
Okay, and finally, Cornzilla.
no.
Okay.
Let's not even pretend. Also, I think we need to rate this Mechagodzilla.
But he's not a Godzilla.
But he has the name.
We've never rated a Mechagodzilla that wasn't a Godzilla. We didn't rate the 2 trash cans and then the Tonka toy. We only ranked Kiryu because he was a Godzilla.
Oh, you're right.
Because he was built on the bones of a Godzilla.
God damn it. Because this one's really cool.
I mean, we can go back later in like the final wrap up and do like a tier list, a quick tier list for like the other recurring kaiju.
All right, yeah.
But
My question is, can this Godzilla beat Raiga?
yes,
I don't think so.
Raiga lost to a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I think Raiga's stronger.
Man, fucking right.
No, Raiga died to Oga and they became one.
Yeah, it was fucking dumb.
Man, what would we rate Raiga?
Bad.
Awful.
Okay, well, see you guys next week for the legendary wrap up and then the big one.
Oh, yeah.
The big one.